what it means to be an American. America is freedom, and freedom is special and rare.
We, the people of this great nation.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
We, the people of this great nation. Of this great nation.
Good morning, my fellow patriots. I don't even know what America is anymore. We are right now in a position that everything feels like the Twilight Zone. We got Wrecking Ball Joe destroying everything along his path, putting America last. And we all saw this coming. The left, unfortunately, was a little bit delayed on it. They're all regretting it now, I promise you that. But there still may be hope. I'm seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm seeing interesting things evolve. I can predict a lot of things that I can see Donald Trump doing. I can see him plotting his demise. His comebacks are always stronger. And where people see that he lost in this election, I see it as a victory. Even though we all see it as a rigged election, I see things a little bit different. I may be crazy, but did he really lose this election? I mean, we know he didn't lose it legitimately, but did he really lose as the left is saying? We gained now officially 16 House seats because finally, after 2.5 months, we finally found out the Republican in New York District 22 won. They couldn't find enough votes hidden in different drawers, so they finally had to give her the win. That being said, Donald Trump also gained 11 million more voters. That means he's 74 million strong. Okay, so he gained more than any incumbent president in history and more than any Republican in history. Facts. He is the GOP leader. If I was Donald Trump, this is what I would do. This is what I'm predicting he's going to do. He is going to dismantle the entire thing. He is going to primary and he's going to put everyone on check that betrayed him, Liz Cheney, and he's going to make sure that people primary them. People that have America first at heart and he believes is going to go with the America first agenda. We already know the majority of Congress is with it. 10 obviously went the other way. I'm hoping to see the day that Trump goes and takes Mitt Romney the hell out of the Senate, as well as Susan Collins. But that being said, so what I would see Trump doing is he's got the power, he's got the people. He can literally destroy mainstream media, big tech, all at the same time while rebuilding the Republican Party. 74 million people can go to a social media platform controlled by Donald Trump and right-wingers. We can go to a news outlet that Donald Trump controls. The battle's too hard from the outside. He can't fight the rhinos when they're inside the Senate because they're going up against him while he's sitting as president. But as not being president of the United States right now, he can formulate a completely different plan. Create allies, dismantle, get more allies to be with him in the House and Senate, and rerun for 2024. We must think ahead, people. I understand a lot of people love Dr. Q's conspiracies. It's entertaining. It is, and it's very hopeful. But we do have a path to victory here. It's not over. America has been through worse situations than this, and we've overcome them. We just have to let the Democrats do what they do best, which is destroy the country. We already know in California, I mean, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. In California, they're actually trying to pass a law where they are going to tax white Americans for reparations. Okay, so people that may be foreigners, I mean, they're going to have to break this down so hard because then they're going to have to pay reparations, not just to African Americans, but they're going to have to pay reparations to Native Americans. They're going to have to pay reparations to Italians, to Irishmen, to any person, French, to any person that that America did any harm to. They're going to have to get reparations. So where does this end? I'm so disgusted by politics right now because it's all a game and the Democrats are playing it better than the Republicans. They continue with the fear mongering. They continue with keeping us at bay. Nancy Pelosi wanting to request more troops to now because she's so in fear of what happened in the Capitol building that she wants security for all personnel. I mean, were these people elected by? Were these congressmen and senators elected by the people? Because I've never heard of people, of congressmen or senators being elected by the people, being afraid of the people. Very ironic. Very ironic. The same people that hate police, the same people that like to defund the military, defund the police, the party of defunding everything seems to be the party of loving fences now and loving law enforcement and definitely loving military, except for AOC, of course, because she says that she felt so fearful of the police that was protecting her during the Capitol riots because it was such an intense situation. Let me explain to everyone something. If there was really an insurrection, there was thousands of people outside that could have come in. There was plenty of Trump supporters trying to stop these people from entering the building, but that will never, ever be brought up. Apparently, they think they have a great case. We already know it's not going to go through because 45 senators say it's unconstitutional, and it is unconstitutional. He did not incite anything. His words exactly: go march in peaceful protest to the Capitol building. Keyword peaceful. That being said, they're going to try to use the fact that he kept claiming election fraud, which did occur. Don't care. They're not going to convince me otherwise. But again, it will be swept under the rug. He will not get impeached. And they will continue to try to censor and try to shut down the America First movement. We cannot let that happen. By no means. We've got to push forward. We got to take the lead and we got to put these people back in their place. They work for us. They don't work for anybody else but the American people. We pay taxes. We vote for them. They get paid with our taxpayer dollars. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
Do you feel homeless in today's American political world? Not really into either candidate or party? Guess what? You're not alone. Join me and others just like you across this great country for a discussion of politics from a viewpoint that you can't find in today's media. The Middle. I'm your host, Brian Grozier, and I invite you to join in on the discussion by downloading and listening to the Middle American Podcast.
Now, sad day today. We lost 2 FBI agents in Florida. Apparently, they were serving a warrant, an arrest warrant, on a pedophile, and it turned into a gunfight. And 2 FBI agents. I send my condolences to those family members that lost those 2 brave warriors, because that's what they are. All law enforcement should be looked up to, not frowned upon. And I'm sure the left probably thinks otherwise. Now, let's get down to the glimmer of hope that I have here. And I go back to this Senator Manchin from West Virginia. He lives in a red state. This man is already against this new stimulus package. If this man by any chance decides, listen, the Democrats are way too progressive, they're moving in a direction that I do not like, and flips Republican, they no longer control the Senate anymore. The balance of powers switches. There is hope here. He could stay as a Democrat, just as a Democrat that votes against anything that's way too progressive, that he feels his people in West Virginia are not going to be down with. So there is a glimmer of light between all of the nonsense that's going on. We're having a lot of issues. One of our guests spoke about this via Facebook. She sent me a message and she was informing me on how worried she is about the end of days. I will tell you, there was a commander for Stratcom that actually says there's a real possibility there could be a nuclear war with China or Russia. There's real possibilities for this. And especially the fact that they see a weak, frail Joe Biden, and they're going to try to bully us, and they're going to try to push us, and they're going to allow it to happen. Biden will allow it to happen. Biden is in bed with these people. Without a doubt, they're in bed with these people. Now, what I can tell you is we must continue to pray. We must continue to stay faithful to the values of this country. When this country prevents you from our civil liberties, we must fight back. But we are not like the left. We don't fight back with violence. We don't riot and we don't loot. We work and we fight in a different way. We fight at the ballot box. Yes, the system has been turned against us. We all know this right now. The system has been rigged and it has been turned against us. But that being said, you should not lose hope. I believe there's a few Republicans that are putting some new things into place. Ohio is currently refusing a $6 million. They're currently thinking about not pursuing the $6 million deal where they were going to have Dominion machines in Ohio. I think people have realized. I think people have realized that there is a big issue with this Dominion system. We just got to stay vigilant. When a country is preventing people with a simple right, and which is the pursuit of happiness, which I think a lot of us feel like there's no, and I come from a country, my family comes from a country that I may not have completed all my dreams in life, okay? I may not have been able to, but I was able to pursue it. I pursued everything I wanted to do in this world, in this lifetime. I have pursued this. I'm at the happiest moment in my life right now because I get to speak to the American people directly. I feel like I get to give thousands and thousands and thousands of people voices. And that, to me, means a lot. I think I finally found my true passion. That's why I've consistently been working on it and consistently been pushing forward. I've always loved politics. But one thing that I've always been blessed, and I want my kids to be blessed with that ability, with that gift as well, is that this country has always allowed me to pursue any dreams I have. Yes, sometimes you can't make those dreams come true because a lot of factors play a role in it. Talent, luck, ambition, work. There's so many different things that contribute to that. And sometimes you just fail because it's just too hard. But then you can find something else to pursue. I feel like we're at a point in this country that people feel that there is no pursuit to happiness, but there is. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. We've been through wars. We've been through tragedies, and Americans still are standing tall with their head up high. Never forget that. Never be ashamed of who you voted for. Never be ashamed to speak your mind. You should not be ever fearful of expressing your First Amendment right, whether people agree or disagree with you. It is what it is. I don't censor anybody from the left. I plead for them to come on this show to debate me, and they refuse to. Now, that being said, I just want my fellow Americans to stay hopeful. I know Dr. Q gets on a lot. He's my co-host. He's not on today. He had some things he had to take care of. But I know a lot of my Americans out there, they love to hear this, these conspiracies and these QAnon things. That there is a lot of things that are happening right now in this country that does seem to bring a lot of attention to me and makes me wonder a lot of things. That being said, curiosity did kill the cat. Just because something seems some way doesn't necessarily mean it is that way. But there's always the possibility. Now, I would probably say that I think governors all across the country, Republicans, real conservatives, not rhinos, not Republicans pretending to be, real hardcore Republicans like DeSantis, in my personal state, he's fighting against big tech. He literally went at a reporter today and told her, listen, you guys were censoring the story of Hunter Biden. And just like that, we got the governor of Texas, governors of Alabama, governors of Tennessee. We got governors from all over the country that are fighting for us. Remember, we are not alone. I want every American to understand this. We are not alone. I can tell you by just my viewership, I am a small podcast and I am hitting ridiculously high numbers. Thanks to you guys. You guys are making everything happen for me. And I'm extremely grateful. I just want to be able to give you guys a voice. That is all I care about. I want to keep you informed. And I really do sit here and I research everything that's going on. I know what is and what is not. I research everything to a T. I can tell you there's a lot of things that are going to happen in the next coming weeks. We're going to see another impeachment trial. They're going to make Americans go through this all over again. Donald Trump will not be impeached. They do not have the votes for it. Apparently, Elizabeth Warren is planning on introducing a new wealth tax. We all know what that is. It's bullshit. Let's not forget Elizabeth Warren used to be a Republican. And meanwhile, we still have to see Adam Schiff's face, which sucks. I just had to bring that up. Shifty Schiff. I just had to bring that up just because I can't stand the guy. And I can't stand the thought of having to see that guy's face anymore, but we're going to have to put up with it. So, we already know the game plan. Unfortunately, the left, if you look in your Facebook, all you have is crickets right now. Nobody is defending. Apparently, I lost all my liberal friends. They unfriended me. Apparently all of them, because I have not seen them say one positive thing about Joe Biden. No, guys, I was lying.
Come on, man.
I haven't lost friends. They just have nothing good to say about Joe Biden. And they're all regretting that vote. So, that being said, I also have some great news to announce. I no longer want to accept donations. I've always felt uncomfortable with the whole donation part. It was told to me by some of the people that work with me that you need donations because this is very expensive and you can't continue to just keep paying for everything. So I told them there has to be another solution. I told them there has to be something where I don't feel like I'm asking people for money. And we launched our store today. We officially have merchandise for the Republican Nation. You can actually, and you would be helping us at the same time, and you will be getting something. And it brings me a lot of pride and joy knowing people are wearing my hats, my sweaters, my shirts. And I'm going to come up with some real creative stuff. It's not just going to be the Republican Nation, but right now what I have is Republican Nation merchandise. And you can actually go to the republicannation.store and you can see the stuff we have and you can purchase anything, mouse pads, even face masks, guys. I even have face masks being made. So I am extremely proud and happy. It was a long process, but we got it done. I'm excited about that. And I'm excited about the future of the Republican Party, although a lot of people probably don't feel the same way. But I think that there is a pathway for us. And I think it's going to be a good one. And I think that where people see a loss for Donald Trump, I see a victory. That is what I see. I see a chance for Donald Trump to reform and dismantle the Republican Party and rebuild it again from the outside in. It's very difficult to do that when you're sitting president. But now, where he has the support of 74 million plus people, they're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I stand by President Trump. Stood by him in 2016. I will stand by him again. And I stood by him this election. And if he runs again, I will stand by him again in the next election. And I can be patient. I will wait. And I will vote every single time that I can for a candidate that will put American people ahead of everyone else. I am tired of the lobbying. I am tired of all these bills that end up benefiting other countries while Americans are starving, while Americans are struggling to make ends meet. And meanwhile, Wrecking Ball Joe keeps killing jobs because that's all he knows how to do. They got no plans. They had no plans. They lied to the American people, those who voted for them, of course, not the ones that listen to me. I doubt it. I may have one or two lefties that listen to me, if that. But that being said, I know they're having regrets. I've already had at least 3 conversations today with people that have told me that they are planning on leaving the Democratic Party and going to the Republican Party. They felt they were cheated and lied to. Yeah, welcome to our world. We were definitely cheated. We weren't lied to, but we were cheated. Because one thing Trump did do, he made promises and he kept them. That being said, if you guys would like to email me, I also have a new email address. It's Jase, Jase, at therepublicannation.com. Again, guys, we are evolving. This will be a home for you. This will be a place where you can voice your opinions. If you guys would like to leave voice messages, I have a dedicated phone line just for you. Nobody's going to pick up the line, so you don't have to worry about having to talk to somebody or anything like that. It's going to go to voicemail, and you can leave a message for it to be aired online. Online. Or you can simply ask a question, and I will answer it on the podcast. That number is 310-498-5463. 310-498-5463. You can leave a message. You can give a shout out. You can do whatever you want. I am here to be the voice for you. And I will continue to do that until the day I die. I'm not going anywhere. I am here to stay. And I will continue to fight the good fight. I will not be silenced. I finally came out of Facebook jail today. And I've been streaming. I finally was given the chance to stream again on Facebook. But guys, there's going to be a lot of changes. Buckle up. You're just going to have to take the hits. We're all going to have to take the hits. But always remember that Donald Trump did do something special. He did something unlike anything that's ever been done to the Democrats. And he did this to every Democrat for 5 years.
Donald John Trump incited the election.
He's done that to everyone. So just keep that in mind. And I'll repeat it for you in case Chuck Schumer, you didn't clearly hear Chuck Schumer. I'll put Chuck Schumer there again so you can hear that Donald Trump has been inciting erections for a long time now. The Democrats, every time they hear his name, they have an erection. Every time CNN hears his name, they have an erection. They have a hard-on for the man. They don't leave him alone. Their numbers are going down because they have nothing to talk about. Joe Biden is as boring as he is dumb. So, again, I will remind you.
Donald John Trump incited the erection.
Okay? So, I'm just trying to throw some comedy in there, guys. I love you. This was a short show. I've been at it all day today. Believe it or not, me and Dr. Q actually had recorded a previous show, and I accidentally kicked something and unplugged the entire thing, and the audio got destroyed. So this is the second time I'm doing the exact same podcast over again. So I literally did this for 2 hours. But nevertheless, I love it. I love doing this for you guys. I love doing this for myself because this helps me as well. Helps me release all that stress. And if I could be the voice of reason for you, and I can look, I just want people not to take this to heart, and I don't want people to lose friendships or family members over politics. So if you even want to call me just to leave me a voice message and go, hey, listen, Jace, I fucking hate you. I'm so mad that Donald Trump lost the election. You asshole. I'll take it. I'm willing to take the hits for you guys. I'm willing to feel the pain with you guys. I'm willing to be with you 100% through this madness that we're experiencing right now. I want you guys to know that you have a voice here. You have someone that will defend you. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless this beautiful country we call America.
We will make America great again.